Okay, today is the day. I just had my little roof cat just stuck her head in the door and looked at me. And of course, crazy dog, little murder poodle had to go chase the cat. Why you want to chase that cat, huh? That cat's had a really tough life and you've had lived in the lap of luxury. All right, today is mount that somewhere today. There's no way to test this without just bolting it down. So I know for sure that this is going over here. So I gotta unbolt that, move that over here, bolt that down here, although it might be temporary. I may have to switch these two out because no matter what, I know the Bauer, the red one, has to be more powerful than that. So it may stay there. And if it's more powerful than this, it will get moved over. But that's pretty. Is this half a horsepower? What is this? That's 1 horsepower. And the Bauer is a 3/4 horsepower. And they say, geez, I forget. I can't remember what this was, but it's very, very weak, and you could bear into that and stop it with your hand. It's that weak. So it'd be okay for the pink scratchless because you don't bear into it. You don't push hard into the pink scratchless. So, okay, let me get this off. Let's get that started anyway. Good morning, everybody. It's been a beautiful day. Got to sit and watch a bunch of hummingbirds. They're doing their migration because we have had just a couple of them now and then, 2 or 3. And this morning we had, God, a dozen or more. And the temperature's cooled down. We sat in the front porch and drank coffee. Well, life is good again. All right, this is gonna throw off a whole lot of fuzz. So here we go, back up. First, I wanna see if it's balanced. That one looks a little bit off, but sometimes using them brings them in. Here we go, full blast. Well, sounds good. Let me get something to bear into it. That's what I needed. We're set up. So this is as strong as I need it. This does feel like it's a little harder, a little stronger than this, but that's okay because this is plenty strong. And what I'm going to do is take this wheel off and put that wheel on. This has not been a good wheel. It's got some kind of straw in it, and it doesn't seem to help me. So I'm gonna take that off, put that new wheel on. Probably put my rake on this. This is a rake, and what it does is clean out the old, you gotta turn it on. It cleans out the old polish. And it's messy, God, it's messy. So I may be going home to get a shower after this because it's really itchy too. So yeah, next thing, take this off, put that on, and then I've been using that for white, but I want to use it for, you know what? I think I'm going to use that one. That's a really hard wheel. I don't need a hard wheel for the pink. So I may put that right here and just save my brand new one. That's what I'm going to do. We'll be back. Well, that is running smoother. And by that, I mean it doesn't vibrate the whole shop. And the reason is, what I did was loosen up the nuts that hold these on and turn them a little at a time until I had no vibration. And that's it, I got no vibration. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to do a very unpleasant task. I gotta rake all these, I gotta rake the new wheels, and that gets all the fluff like that off of them. And then I gotta rake the old wheels, and God, it's a messy job. So this might be the end of the day for me, because if I get too messy, I'm going home and take a shower. Well now, that looks like a brand new buffer right there. Not brand new, but way better than it was. And you can see it's a little off balance, but that's all right. Oh yeah, what a mess. What a stinking mess. So, one more to do. And then I'm gonna take a vacuum cleaner and try to vacuum some of this stuff off of me. It's all over my bald head too. I'm not completely bald. I have a few stragglers up there. And I find that stuff sticks more to the stragglers than it did when I had a full head of hair. That's been a while. Oh, good Lord, what a mess. Okay, I am gonna try to clean myself up a little bit. And then I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna clean this room up a little bit. And then I got one other thing I'm gonna do. And this will be way better than it was. I'll get to that project in just a minute. Let me get some cleaning done here. All right, this is the little project. I've done nothing with this. It's been rolled up under there and it's just sort of like a catch-all for junk. So I'm gonna take this top shelf off and put my water bucket here. It's because that way I can roll this from buffer to buffer. All right, let me get this top shelf off. Okay, I got the top shelf off of that. And I'll just roll this from buffer to buffer. That's the black is for this one. The green for this one. The white is for that one. And the pink is for that one. I don't need a buffer. I don't need water for over here. I gotta tell you, this Bauer is stronger than that. And I hate to say it, but it is stronger than my $600 variable speed jet buffer. How is that possible? I don't know, but I mean, everything's strong enough to do what I need to do. So I'm not gonna go pulling this off and moving it down here. What I got here is just fine. But that's $139 at Harbor Freight. And that is, probably $5.50, $5.50 by now. I didn't give that much for it when I bought it. I've had it several years now. I think I give probably $3.50 for it. And right now they've got a jet that is not a variable speed. And I almost bought it and put it here and then moved this one down. I'm glad I didn't. That is $140 and it's balanced, it's quiet, and it's got way more power than my jet. That is just insulting. That's made in Taiwan. That's made in China. Alrighty, I'm done in here. I'm gonna go drink a Coke and think about what I'm gonna do next. See if I can stand going the rest of the day with covered in schmutz, because buffing is the dirtiest part of anything I do in my shop, and it covers me in grit. And I usually save the buffing for the very end of the day. And then I epoxy my handles on and go home and take a shower. Sometimes I take my clothes off outside the back door on the back porch because they're so dirty. Alrighty. We'll see what I'm gonna do next. This might be it. I wanna say thanks to my friend Chops. I'm just gonna call him Chops. It's Chops DDY. So I don't know what that means. But I got my StewMac. My StewMac safety pointer. And what that does is turn your drill press, or in my case, my mill, into a planer, and I will be able to plane these, number one, to the same thickness, and number two, I'll be able to plane the bow out of them. And I'm going to do a separate video on this. I'm going to experiment and get used to it. And when I do, I'm going to do a separate video on this. And I'm going to do a separate video on that Bauer high-speed buffer, because it's just amazing. And God, I almost want to go buy another one, and I'm not, but I'm really surprised. You just never know. You know, the other day I bought Harbor Freight blades for my for that bandsaw, and I got the last one on it, right? Yeah, the last one's on it now. Absolute, complete, and total junk. A complete waste of every penny I spent on it. If they were giving them away, it would have been not worthwhile having them, because you got to replace them so often. 2 or 3 cuts and they're done. So now I get this high-speed buffer that's better than any of the buffers I've had before. And on their website, it said $179, and I was willing to pay that. When I went over there, it was $139. So even better. Really an amazing buffer. A very quiet, you know, I think quiet means a lot. It means that they've got good bearings is what it means. And my other 2 Chinese buffers that I bought off of Amazon, the yellow one is just, it's always been junk, and you know, I've tried to work with it. It's going to be just fine for the pink scratchless compound. But I think that's it for today. I'm still grubby, and I got stuff in my eyes, and there's just nothing I can do and feel comfortable. So I'm going to go home and take a shower, and that's a day for me. So have a good Saturday, y'all. When I get out here tomorrow, Saturday, I've got, okay, let me tell you 2 things. I'm done trying to contact this gentleman. I've contacted him several times, no answer. So I'm going to turn these into knives. I'm going to use these handles, and these will be for sale. And I got to make some neck knives. I'm probably just going to see how many I can do. I know 3 of them that people want, and so I'm just going to start making neck knives. And one of them, he wants, this is David, my friend. He wants pink handles and Muddy Girl pink camo, and I think Desert Tan was the other one for the Kydex, and oh yeah, Purple Heart for the handles. So that's going to look good. But that's tomorrow. I'm going to take a day off and go take a shower, get some of this schmutz cleaned off. So, have a good day, y'all.
Oh, we got more numbers.
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.